This installment of Voices Together focuses on Moonshine Agency, the impact film production company behind the powerful Conquering Cancer film series. We sat down with Moonshine Agency's Sue Collins and Mike Hill.
And we run a impact film production house, and what that means is that we create films that are designed to have a positive social impact and have a much more higher level of engagement with audiences. So not just your typical entertainment. We like people to get a bit more involved in the topic of whatever the film we're making is about.
And we're not doing work like this when we started our careers as filmmakers. We actually met doing sports and comedy and music videos and stuff like that. But had the opportunity to make a film on access to opioids, which led us into cancer care and palliative care. And it was a total game changer, wasn't it, Sue?
That one, we actually did a really big thing around World Cancer Day, and it was considered an event for World Cancer Day, and countries all around the world could use the film for events in their own country. And that was a huge success for us, and created a huge amount of impact. And the feedback that we got from that film was, it was really interesting. And that, I think, really was, what really propelled us into going, actually, this is really where we want to be spending our time. If we're going to be making films and we're going to be doing a lot of content creation, then we want to do stuff that's really meaningful. And so Cervical Cancer was actually the first film in the Conquering Cancer series. And that came about because we were introduced to the topic of cervical cancer by Sancha Aranda, who was the CEO of Cancer Australia, or Cancer Council Australia at the time. And she told us about cervical cancer and that Australia was on track to eliminate the first cancer in human history. And it was largely to do with the vaccine and screening programs. And so we made just a little short film about it. And we met a few cervical cancer survivors, and we found it a really interesting topic. And we thought, well, if Australia's on track to eliminate cervical cancer, why isn't the rest of the world? Why is a woman dying every 2 minutes of this disease? Like, why is it so different in Australia to many other countries? And so that was kind of the fundamental question that spurred that project on. And we went on to create a global version of the film, which we filmed in many different countries, in Malaysia, in the US.
And I can't think of much better goal to aim at and spend our time on than trying to shoot for a world without cancer. So this is a moonshot that really inspires us, and this is why we continue telling stories in this area. And we know that there's a lot of pressure that comes on different parts of this movement. Sometimes there's hesitancy to get an HPV vaccine, for example, in different pockets of a country or different parts of the world. And that's why the storytelling is really important, so that parents understand and students understand why this might be a good choice for them, because that vaccine can prevent so many cancers. And we can, based on the WHO's assessments, we can save the lives of some 60 million people if we can get on the same page with something like HPV vaccination. So we've got Conquering Cervical Cancer, the US version of that film coming out on PBS from May 2025. So we're really excited and really hope that everyone watching this will get along to the PBS app and have a look at it. And it should be showing up on your local syndicates as well. And then we've got Conquering Skin Cancer USA coming out this summer. So that'll be something that some of your audience would like to check out. But if you're interested in seeing any of the films that we've talked about today, get along to the conqueringcancercampaign.com website, and you can find out more about how to access them. This work has just been so rewarding. The people you get to work with and the people that you meet, like bearing witness to people's stories and sharing really important stories, particularly around health, that can really help other people, has been honestly one of the best decisions I think we've ever made.
Moonshine Agency's Conquering Cancer series is spreading awareness about cervical cancer around the world. For more information on this powerful movie series, visit conqueringcancercampaign.com. And in the United States, check your local PBS listings and the PBS app to watch Conquering Cancer US in May of 2025. For more Voices Together installments, check out our website at www.togetherforhealth.org.